Hello guys, and welcome to the video. My name is Serge, and in today's video I'm going to explain to you guys how I'm planning to open up my own mobile mechanics type of business. In the last video I have talked to you guys about how I work for 3 weeks, and it's beginning of 4th week, and by the end of 4th week I'm basically quitting working as a service technician. Not because I hate the job, not because of anything. It's basically because I'm not making enough money as a service technician, and I will make way more money as a mobile mechanic. Why mobile mechanic? Well, it's the least costly type of business to get into, because when you open up your own shop, that's going to cost you like way more money. So in this video I'm going to talk to you guys about just like the basics of opening up, well, it's not going to sound like it's basics, but just the basics of what it would take to open up your own mobile mechanic type of business. If I miss anything, please write this in the comments below. I did not prepare for this video. I'm just going to speak straight from the heart, not even edit this video. I'm just going to tell you kind of like what's it going to take. Okay, so after I explain this, I'm going to tell you how I'm actually going to do it, but I'm just going to cover this like very quickly. My focus is not to tell you all the legalities. Please do your own research. Speak to some kind of like financial advisor, your tax professional, what have you, maybe even attorney. Like, make sure you have all the right paperwork and stuff like that to start a business, especially for your state. I'm just going to tell you like the basics. So the very first thing you're going to need is a business license, because you want to make sure you're operating legally. And the very next thing you're going to need is EIN number. That is so you could actually pay your taxes. You're going to need a reseller license, so you could actually sell parts to customers. You're going to possibly need to pick up a license from Secretary of State, like a master mechanics type of certificate, and things of that nature. That may or may not be something that's required in your state, but something to look into. Some places where you're going to operate, you're going to need to pay the city, something. Some of the things you're going to avoid having is, let's say, like if you have like your own business, they'll need to basically, like have fire department come check out your building. You're gonna need to have like fire extinguishers and making sure you're compliant with fire safety. Being a mobile mechanic, you really don't need to have that. So next, you're gonna need some kind of business insurance. Maybe one of the insurances that you could get is garage insurance, possibly general contractors insurance. And there's gonna be like other things that I cannot think of right now, but you will need some kind of bookkeeping software to make sure you're up with like on your taxes and stuff like that. I'm not gonna tell you which corporation to open, but I will tell you which one I opened, and I opened an LLC, limited liability corporation. That's the one that I feel fits better for me. Why is that? Well, you could become a sole proprietor. That does not give you much protection, but this does give you the right to have a business. LLC is a limited liability corporation, which then gives you some protections. I don't like partnerships, so I'm not even going to get into that, because I like to do stuff on my own and make decisions on my own. Because what if I hate the business? I want to get out of it. Like, I don't want to be with a partner for those reasons, and I want to make all the decisions myself. So I'm doing it myself. There is another way of doing it, of course, and that is opening up a S Corp or like a C Corp. And a C Corp is more like for like bigger businesses, but heck, maybe yours is like that. You never know. And S Corp is also something that's fitting. But what I don't like about S Corp is that it's more complicated. Everybody already knows that people hate death and taxes. Well, if you're an S Corp, you're going to need to do taxes 4 times a year. Every single quarter you're going to need to pay taxes if you end up owing any taxes. If you don't owe any taxes and you're at a loss, then You still need to file, but you're just not going to pay anything. There could be fines associated with not doing those taxes in time. Also, S Corp does not allow you to basically use your own bank account and treat it like a piggy bank. You could get in trouble for that. However, a limited liability corporation, you could just use your own bank account. That's fine. I would recommend open up a business bank account so that you could manage your funds a little bit better. So money coming into business, things are getting paid, but you could also pay yourself. It just would be a little bit better. I have been using my own personal account because I have like various different types of businesses under like one LLC. It's sort of kind of like I do like a DBA or something, doing business as. So with that being said, well, that's a lot that I already covered, and I wasn't even planning to even talk about that. But that's just kind of like the simple type of things. You will also need some kind of vehicle, obviously, to do it out of. Some people do it out of the trunk of their car. Some use a pickup truck. Some use a van. I'm going to be using a van, a Mercedes Sprinter van, 2012 Mercedes Sprinter van, but the year doesn't really matter. Now, I recommend just use whatever you got when you get started. Don't try to dump too much money into it. So I'm going to be using a Sprinter van because I own 10 of them, and 2012 has a locked up engine in it. So I'll be actually making videos about me swapping out that engine and then building it out to basically make it a mobile mechanics type of van. I'm going to be putting like a big 72-inch box in there, some other boxes because I have a lot of toolboxes, but the 72-inch I'm going to be buying. There's a possibility I may go a 56-inch versus a 62, but there's something I have in mind which we're not even going to get into at this moment. Now here's something I would recommend. Once you do have your LLC and you have your EIN number, once you have those two things, go and open up yourself a professional business account with a parts store. I have one right now open with O'Reilly's, but I plan to open one with AutoZone and Advanced Auto. I've been shopping like a lot at O'Reilly's, and they already kind of know me. I've been buying like parts over there and stuff, but sometimes they don't have something, and I end up going to AutoZone. With that being said, if you do open with AutoZone, and this is something I recently found out, you're gonna need all data, right? Apparently, and I don't know this for a fact, correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently, so some of the research that I've been doing, you will only pay 1/10 for the old data software, because when you're working on stuff, you're gonna need all data to basically look up the different procedures, especially if you've never done it before. Okay, so that's a good savings. On top of that, AutoZone warranties their parts. A lot of it's like a lifetime warranty, and if their parts happen to fail, they will pay you some of the labor costs that's going to incur with that, so you could replace it. So that's pretty good. I don't know how good it is, but that's pretty good that it is there to begin with. So I guess next I want to talk about the van that I'm going to be setting up. So everything that I have mentioned, I already have in the beginning. So I guess you're going to need the van and you're going to need the tools. Now, for somebody that's been already working as a service technician or like a mechanic at some kind of shop and you've been buying your own tools, great. It's definitely like a good start for you because you already have the tools. You don't need to go all out like crazy and like buy a bunch of tools, especially buying brand name tools like Snap-on, Matco, and Mac tools. It's just going to be way too expensive. Now, there's going to be some specialty tools that they have, maybe that you can't find elsewhere. But nowadays, you can find anything on Amazon or eBay. I would first look at Harbor Tools and Freight. That's a very good one. As a matter of fact, if you want some tools that are warranted, you could buy Pittsburgh and Quinn. But not everything is going to be available in those two. Whatever's not available, get it in Icon. Icon is supposed to be like top of the line that they have. But all of these 3 tool brands that I named will have lifetime warranty. So that is great. On top of that, like Husky, Cobalt, they have lifetime warranty. Gear Wrench obviously has lifetime warranty. As a matter of fact, Snap-on even sells them. So, pick and choose, I guess, what you're going to need. I think having lifetime warranty will be the best because tools break when you use them. It's a very good idea to have those type of tools. Now, when it comes to impact guns and ratchets, it's going to be a good idea to have some of that stuff battery operated. It's more expensive, yes, but nowadays, again, there's solutions. Cobalt offers like very good solutions for that. It's like 5-year warranty for their brushless 24-volt type of system. It's pretty competitively priced. And then you have something like Harbor Tools, and they have their Hercules line. Now they're offering 5-year warranty when it comes to their Hercules line. So pick and choose what you want. Of course, Milwaukee, great brand. Some stuff in Milwaukee is just way better than you could get like with those other brands. But they're going to be a more expensive tools. They're sort of going to be like kind of like high end, but I don't even know what kind of warranty they have. If any, they probably don't even have any warranty, or maybe some kind of limited warranty. But with that being said, I have all of those, and I even have one earthquake. So what I would recommend for your biggest impact gun, I recommend the Hercules Ultra 1500 foot-pound type of gun. That's going to be your 5/8. So I mean, I have not 5/8. Sorry. So for the 1/2-inch socket, you're gonna be using that for like tires and things and like big bolts. Just get that 1500 foot-pound, like brake force. That's gonna be excellent because you're gonna deal with a lot of tires and things that to remove like heavy-duty bolts, and that stuff is really good. And it's not expensive. It's like $189, and sometimes you can find it on sale. So look for those sales. Also about a toolbox. Do not just go out there and get a Snap-on box. Once again, go to Harbor Tools and Freight and get US General. I'd suggest find yourself like a 5-drawer mechanics tool cart, and that's going to be your toolbox, and get yourself like a service cart. And that's all you're really going to need to start. Of course, I already have some big toolboxes, and I have 2 service carts, 2 mechanics tool carts, and then I have 2 like 56-inch toolboxes. They're black, and I want to buy one more from Harbor Tool and Freight. That by the time I buy it, it's gonna cost me $2,500 because it's a 72-inch, and I'm buying sort of like a cabinet that goes on top and it lifts open, so I could put like a laptop in there and like what have you, so I could actually do paperwork properly and put a printer somewhere in the van. But I plan to take that great big giant toolbox and place it against my partition in the back. So the Sprinter has a partition, so I'm going to basically put it up against the partition. So when I open my sliding door, I'll have immediate access. Or if I open up my rear doors, that toolbox is going to be visible from all the way back, like boom, And on the sides, I'm going to put my other toolboxes and my mechanics tool carts, because I plan to have a lot of tools. And then of course I'm going to put some shelving and stuff to basically have parts and things of that nature. Also, I think it's going to be a good idea to have a compressor, some kind of compressor, some kind of generator, some kind of settling torch, a welder. I have all of those things, and including a plasma cutter. I have all of these things. Smoke machine. So I've been acquiring tools for a while, and after working as a service technician at Chrysler Jeep Dodge, this is my 4th weekend. I definitely got my feet wet when it comes to that, and seen a lot, and look at what guys are using when it comes to tools. I watched lots of YouTube videos, and I worked on cars, and sometimes I run into a situation where I don't have the proper tool, and I did end up borrowing it from my shop foreman. But then again, I did not bring all of my tools from home. So if I have that tool at home, then in that case, I'll just bring that tool home, to work next time. But what I realized, some of the tools I don't even have home. Like some of the stuff you gotta just like really get in there and have access to that type of area. So now I'm confident that I have like enough tools. But so with that being said, how like I'm saying like I'm borrowing sometimes a tool that I don't have. Well, definitely as a service technician, well, as a mobile mechanic, you're gonna run into that situation as well, where you don't have the right tool. Well, it's okay. Just go out and buy one. Just go stop at Harbor Tools. They're all over the place now. There's probably like 1,900 locations by now, all over the country. So you'll be able to just quickly get in there. And the cool thing about Harbor Tools and Freight, if you do have their stuff, like let's say like Pittsburgh even, okay? Pittsburgh, Quinn, Icon. Even if you have like a Pittsburgh socket or something, lifetime warranty, even though it's cheap, lifetime warranty, which I'm like really surprised. Like how could it even be like lifetime warranty? But it is. So you just get in there and tell them, hey, this broke. No questions asked. They'll go find a brand new one, get it out of the box, give you the brand new socket or wrench or whatever you broke, and go about your business, So that's kind of cool. So over here at the UPS location, I hope they're not closed. They seem to be open. So let's continue. So we were discussing tools and toolboxes and things, what you will need. But ultimately, you really don't need to have a lot when it comes to that. But obviously, you will be further ahead, like when you work as a service technician. That right there will sort of help you, because not only that you're gonna have tools, you're gonna have the know-how. But what I realized from working for Chrysler Jeep Dodge as a service technician, even though you know the procedure, you still got to look up every single procedure for every single job, and you got to look up like all the specifications. So it's kind of like, even if you know it, like you're looking it up anyways, they want you to like look everything up. So that means as long as like you're good like with your hands and you're good at fixing stuff, I guess don't worry about like what you don't know. Just don't take jobs that you think you can't do, right? But if you have like all data, just look up service procedures on there and see if that's gonna be something that you could do, or maybe look up a YouTube video, because there's gonna be like lots of videos I'm gonna be making. Not only that, I'm gonna be making a video about the whole process of me swapping out an engine in my Sprinter van, and I'm gonna be making a video about like how I'm gonna set up my whole van, because I had like this great plan which puts a smile on my face. It's gonna look really cool, I think. I thought about something like this a while ago, but I wasn't sure if this is even something that I'm going to enjoy doing. So part of the reason where I got hired as a service technician is to see, I mean, there's like so many like different benefits of it, like, but I wanted to see if I'm even gonna like it. I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna get paid enough, but wasn't really expecting to make a killing. But obviously getting that experience working for like a dealership or like another shop, it goes a really long way, because you could really test yourself and see your limits, your capabilities, and how long it takes you to do different jobs, and you could see what kind of jobs you are good at. Also, you could then realize, whoa, this pays 2 hours for this job. Oh wow, if I was if this was my customer, I would have made X amount, and I'm only getting X amount. One thing for sure is that sometimes grass is not greener on the other side. And I would not say quit your day job, like your service technician job or whatever, to try to do this, okay? Now, I'm leaving mine because I have other means of income, and I have other ways of, making money, which is the same thing. But I'm also a risk taker. Sometimes I just dive in and figure out later. And also I try to make sure that I minimize risk. So Tools is my like biggest investment. This van, I bought it a while back. I paid like, I think like 4,600. The guy wanted like 9 grand, but the engine's locked up, and I'm like, dude, 4,600 is all you're gonna get, so he agreed, so because that thing is just parked at on the side of the street in a neighborhood that doesn't like that, so he needed to get rid of it, and it was for sale for a while or whatever, so I came around and got it, and I just parked it because I really did not need it. At the time, I was just getting out of the expedite industry, but I kind of figured, I'll buy a Sprinter. I already bought like 10 of them. There's a Sprinter I could use right now that is going to work just fine for it. Like, I don't really need to do this great expense, but it's kind of like, in a way, I want to like just have like a nice setup. I think an image means a lot. How you portray yourself to look professional. You want to, wear some kind of like uniform, I mean, I guess it would be like nice to be able to have like a patch of your business on your, shirts and your like mechanic suit, maybe like something like sold in with your name. I think this is going to be like a good idea to do. Not necessarily, at least you'll have like uniform, something to look professional. You could put like magnets on your vehicle, or you could wrap it. Wrapping would probably generate a lot more business, just because you will look a lot more serious. Magnet will make people feel like, okay, you just do this on the side, like you're really not in it to win it, As far as the wrap goes, I don't really know if I'm going to be going that route. We will see. At least in the beginning, I don't think that's just really, really important. What I will do, however, is I will paint it on. Like, I know how to paint cars. So what I will do is I will just, and I'm an artist and I'm a designer, I could design my own logo and everything. And here's kind of like what I'm thinking about doing, okay? I do have a projector. I think these days projectors are really easy to get. I will be able to just design my stuff on a computer, and then I will project it onto the van, and then I will just basically just outline everything, just like maybe at first it could either maybe like be like a magic marker. I think that like a Sharpie, something like that would like probably be best, just have everything outlined. And then I would just go in there and just do it with tape, and then just paint off certain areas and just peel off. And I think this is the way I would do things. I think I could do a pretty good job, and I could save a heck of a lot of money, and just do that. So that's what I think I will do. Now there may be some other things that I will order, like stickers, or print them. I may just buy like my own vinyl printer and just print my own, so I like to just have stuff. I also have like my own t-shirt maker. Like, I'll be able to like t-shirt, hats, cups. I have like my own thing where I could actually make stuff. Sometimes I buy stuff like ahead of time, not saying that you should, but definitely get business cards. Definitely set up your Instagram, Facebook, set up like a LinkedIn account, set up like a Yelp account, get on Google, to where like you can get like reviews and stuff as well, kind of like your location, I guess, for your business. Could be your address, something that people could like find you. And create like a YouTube channel where you're doing your work. I mean, you don't have to, but it would be helpful, sort of kind of like your business card. And then I guess take lots of pictures and videos about different things you're doing, and just post them to your feed, like Instagram, Facebook, and then of course others, like you guys already know. Join Facebook groups, like with various mobile mechanics and type of forums, and also look on Craigslist. You could do that. There's also apps that you could join. They give you work. So maybe if you already you became a mobile mechanic, you can't get enough work, there's apps for that right now, and they'll probably pay you like $50 to $60 an hour to do stuff, but they get the job for you. They take care of everything, kind of, and you're kind of like a contractor working for them. But that also means you're making a lot less. But at the same time, if you're really, really slow and you don't have any clients, that's probably going to be like a good way for you to get some clients. Also, I would post ads on Facebook, even if it's in a feed, and post ads on like Instagram. Like, this is why you would need to have an Instagram. Like, I'm talking about like free stuff. Ads on YouTube, like free stuff, like when you're creating videos, just advertise like yourself. Also leave your business cards a lot of the places, including automotive shops, because sometimes there's some work they're gonna decline, and maybe they're just gonna maybe they're gonna call you instead. There's so many ways of doing stuff. You just kind of have to like think about it. I'm covering a lot, like including like marketing, like in this one video. But in today's day and age, it's a lot simpler to be able to get jobs. And of course, you could go to Craigslist and there's like wanted posts, like somebody's looking for like a wanted like mechanic, or somebody's over there like like asking like something else. And you could also put wanted type of ads, like you're looking for cars to fix or whatever, or just like put like your own like advertisement so people could find you. And of course there's Angels List. You could post yourself there, for free, I think. I think customers need to pay to use it, but I think businesses is free. So like there's like lots of ways. If there's something that I missed, of course, write in the comments below different things that you think. But I'm driving, and basically I'm just like thinking of stuff from the top of my head. But guys, it's less complicated than it sounds. I will of course talk a little bit more deeply on this, but this is just kind of getting started. But there's so much mobile mechanic work out there, guys, because there's a shortage of mechanics to begin with. Shops need mechanics and service technicians. We just had a service technician quit at Chrysler Jeep Dodge last week. Now I'm quitting this week, and before I even came there, they had a couple of people quit. So people come and go, with this. But also I feel like in today's day and age, because everything's online now, like people are shopping online, like I'm talking about like Amazon, like people are going to like eBay and whatnot. People are also thinking about like, why should I miss a day of work? Why can't I just leave, let's say like a car, at work, and a mobile mechanic will come out there and service it like right there in a parking lot, or leave it at their apartments and the mobile mechanic will come there and service it, or leave it at their house where they don't have to go anywhere, So that's like really, really convenient. And plus they'll pay a lot less than a dealer. The dealer charges over $200. There's like lots of stuff. Oh yeah, I do not want to miss this. Definitely get yourself a scan tool. I will be getting in and making a video more about like what kind of tools you're gonna need. There's so much tools that you need. Some stuff that could wait, but some stuff is essential to have. Like for instance, you're gonna need some kind of pump. Like it's a special type of pump for basically pumping brakes, because you don't really need to have somebody pump your brakes for you. Like there's a little machine, costs like $100, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more, that does it for you. There's a pump for pumping up engine oil, and pumping out transmission fluid, and pumps to put stuff in. There's lots of tools that make your job a whole lot easier. I actually have like lots of tools that I would recommend for you to get, and I'm gonna make a list of all the tools that's essential and some stuff that's like good to have that you could perform different jobs. So here's what I will do. You could check back later if I don't have this immediately, but I will be making an affiliate link type of from Amazon of various different tools that I recommend to get. Some of the stuff that I already picked up. I will show what I have in the next video, like some of the tools, and provide you links to those tools, or you could just look them up on your own. But there's certain tools that I found that I would not have found if I would have not even worked as a service technician, because I didn't think I needed that, and I didn't think that tool was out there, because sometimes you don't think about that stuff. But today I was doing a transmission job, and the tool that I got that was great for warranty work worked out beautifully for this transmission job, because there were some bolts, Torx bolts, that was hard to get to, and with that special tool I was able to get it. So that saved me like a heck of a lot of time. So there's also other tools that speed up your process. Like I'm talking about like impact ratchets and like impacts in general. they speed everything up, and you'll make a lot more money doing that. But in the beginning, you're just probably thinking about like, hey, I just want to get some work, you know. The good thing about being a mobile mechanic is that you essentially build your own business. You're working for yourself. You pick and choose what jobs you want to do. Now, when it comes to being a service technician at a dealership, you don't choose what work you do. They choose it for you. So if you don't want to do something, you'll still, it's like, too bad, you're doing it. So like a shop foreman is going to distribute all the work. So sometimes there's certain work that is easy to do and it pays more, and you know, it's kind of common. There's also warranty work, and for the most part, everybody hates warranty work. Of course, they're going to give it to the new guy. You know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the new guy's qualified, but they've been giving it to me, and I don't mind. Like, I don't care. Just throw it, you know, throw whatever at me. To me, it's all experience. You know, I just don't care. But even if there's going to be like well-trained mechanics there, sometimes there's favoritism in shops, and sometimes somebody gets all the hard jobs while another person gets all the easy jobs. And why is that important? Well, if you're a flat rate mechanic, it's important to make your, you know, to beat the clock. But some jobs it's very hard to beat the clock on, you know. So some jobs it's easy. So with that being said, either way it goes, being a flat rate mechanic, you could easily make $200-300 a day, even $500 to $800 a day, you know. So you'll easily make the same, if not more money, working for yourself than you would at a car dealership. But with that being said, guys, I hope you like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. I will be back with another video, and I'm gonna be posting additional videos that will help you get into this type of business. But in the meantime, check out the video description. See if there's any links in there for some of the tools. If you're still interested in the links and they're not there, you know, leave a comment on the video. Remind me of it, because there's a good chance that I have the links. I just forgot to update the video. But I'm able to see all the comments that come through. Doesn't matter what video, old or new. So thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.